Greetings, vinyl community people. It's Mike, MGK Boston. Back with a quick video. I was inspired today, being April 20th, 420. To my friends overseas, you'll have to look up that. Really, it's not a recognized holidays. It is in some houses, though, but not everywhere. But anyway, I was watching a video earlier today. Chris from Record Talk, spells it R-E-K-K-I-D. He did his, like he does, 5 records in 5 minutes. Today, the subject was weed because it's 420 day, right? So that Bob Marley flag, I dragged that out of the closet. Patty really wishes I'd burn it. It's just one of those things I don't get rid of. I've had that since the university days in the 1980s. I remember the rock shop where I bought that. It was a place down on Rideau Street in Ottawa. And it was funny, they had in one corner of the room, like in through that back door, they had the sex toys. So I thought, you know, instead of calling this Rideau Rock Shop, they should have called it Bongs and Thongs, but that's just me, and I'm not in marketing, so what do I know? But anyway, I'm not doing 5 records in 5 minutes. I'm just going to do 5 records relative to 420, you know what I mean? So we'll get it going. Not aiming for the 5 minutes, Chris, so don't hold me to that with the stopwatch or anything. Of course, it wouldn't be a 420 day with the great Willie Nelson. I almost said late grade. He's still kicking big time. So this is an interesting release from 2006. He does a reggae album. It's 10 years in the making. Willie's first ever reggae album merges the gospel and soul spirit found in both reggae and country. He does a Jimmy Cliff tune on here, Sitting in Limbo, and it's really good. The reviews on this were terrible, but I think it's pretty listenable. And yeah, there's Willie on the back. There's a photo of the cowboy himself, and there's a picture there of the devil's lettuce right there in the center. All right, next. Speaking of the devil's lettuce, where do you think these guys got their name? It's the New Riders of the Purple Sage. Yeah, that's right, Purple Sage. And this is, of course, Power Glide, released in 1972. This was their second release. And the reason I pulled this one out isn't just because they have a cool name and it's relative to the subject. There's the guys on the back. Always great artwork, kind of like a Robert Crumb artwork. And the track on here I'm talking about is Dim Lights, Thick Smoke, and Loud Music. You know what the smoke is, folks. I don't need to spell it out for you. There they are. It's the New Riders of the Purple Sage. And again, Dim Lights, Thick Smoke, and Loud Music. Sounds like my kind of place. All right. Number 3, and these are in no order. I believe this is their second album, and this is Bur and Shipley. These guys were from, I believe, Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area. Jerry Garcia actually plays pedal steel on a couple of songs on here. Don't ask me to tell you which ones, but the song I'm talking about on here, of course, is One Toke Over the Line. Look at those two sitting at the kitchen table. It looks like they're one toke over the line, or they're almost there. And this is Tarkio, again, their second release, Bur and Shipley. Yeah, it's kind of like in the same vein as New Riders, the Purple Sage that I just showed you, or like Working Man's Dead. If you like that Grateful Dead album, you'd definitely dig this. Let's see what's on the inside. I'll look at this in a little bit. Oh, just a picture of the two guys right there. Yeah, Mike Bur and Tom Shipley. There they are. One toke over the line. Right here, ex-Whaler from Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's Peter Tosh. And it's Legalize It. This is his debut solo album from 1976. Looks like he's doing a little gardening there. That's all right. And yeah, of course, the title track of this, Legalize It. And again, there you can see there's some ganja in the background. He's got a decent crop going there, it looks like. Got a real green thumb there, Peter Tosh. So again, yeah, you can see the hype sticker here from the original Wailers right there. You can see that out of focus, so get it in focus. I don't think there's much here on the inside. Oh, there he is. Again, he's looking one toke over the line. Again, Peter Tosh, getting down with it. Legalize It. They did just that here in Massachusetts a few years ago. Legalized it, that is. All right, this is a really weird one. So you're going to be totally surprised to see this guy in this video. It's Neil Diamond, from the Velvet Gloves and Spit record. So the story behind the song, it's called the Pot Smoker song on this. When I lived in Toronto many years ago, there was a classic rock FM station, Q107. It's still there, but it's really a shadow of its former self. And they used to have a program every Sunday from 12 to 6 in the afternoon called Psychedelic Sunday, and it was really good. hosted by this guy, Andy Frost, who later went on to call the Leaf games from the Air Canada Centre for several years on the radio. Really, really wicked radio voice, and he was a really good host of the show. It was almost, for commercial FM, it was a free-form show, and again, it was called Psychedelic Sundays. So the intro to the show, he would always play the Pot Smoker song, and so it is not a pro marijuana song. That's pretty weird. There's Neil Diamond and a couple of mannequins. It was actually like an anti-drug song, and in the middle of it, there's some spoken word telling kids, don't do drugs, don't smoke marijuana. You know, you're going to get yourselves in trouble. And which side is it on here? There it is. Let's see, track 4. Again, that's Neil Diamond from Velvet Gloves and Spit. And that's the Pot Smoker song. Holy moly, I came in just over 5 minutes at 6 and a bit. So anyway, happy 420, folks. Smoke them if you got them. And yeah, I'll probably put another video up this weekend. I'm going to do one of those, either best of England or best of the US, that thread that's going around. I haven't quite decided. I've got a lot of good ideas, but again, there's a lot of bands to choose from those two great countries. So again, folks, I will see you on the other side.